Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Canelo Alvarez reiterates that this time no judges needed. He's looking to knock Golovkin out. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, it looks like T-Mobile Arena, but that's just my opinion. What we do know is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, is going down again. And that's the fight between Canelo and Golovkin, a rematch. Canelo did an interview with ESPN Deportes, and he says, and everybody already knows what happened. I made my fight, and I think I won it. But at the end of the day, the judges saw it as a draw. For that reason, this second fight will be more interesting and more important. He goes on to say, this time the judges will not have to decide the result with their scores. I'm going to win my fight by knockout. I'll be ready to win that way. I will be in the best shape. I'm going to have a great fight, and I'm confident of winning. And I know that this will be a more interesting fight and that people will enjoy it better than the first. So, strong words from Canelo Alvarez, and I agree with a lot of what he's saying. Not necessarily the knockout. I don't know if he'll knock out Golovkin, but in my opinion, I don't think it's as outlandish as some boxing fans. Some people, oh, this is impossible. I don't think anybody's impossible to knock out. You know what I mean? There's been guys who have showed no like chinks in their armor, granite chin. Like, I mean, who would have thought Tim Bradley would knock out Brandon Rios when Pacquiao couldn't knock out Brandon Rios? You know what I'm saying? When Diego Chavez couldn't knock out Brandon Rios. And the list goes on. Mike Alvarado, you know what I mean? Who thought Tim Bradley would be able to do it? Now, no matter where you rate Canelo's power per division, he has more power than Tim Bradley. Not knocking Bradley, he's a great fighter, but per division, I think he's still definitely more of a power threat. So it's boxing. Styles make fights. Canelo has to come with it. He definitely has to do what he said in the previous video, which I made a video about, which is throw more punches, be more active, and not gas out. He's talking about possibly going to Colorado to train in the higher altitudes, which could be a good look. Again, you're not going to train and change everything about your DNA as a fighter in one training camp, but it doesn't hurt to do those things that were perceived weaknesses or things you need to correct. I mean, bottom line is, if you had issues with stamina, then you should at least try to address it and try to improve it. You know what I mean? Without going overboard or overtraining or something like that. So I'm looking forward to this fight. This could be a very good fight. Golovkin, we know his MO. We know what he does well. We know what he's lacking. And what he does well is he puts on a lot of pressure on you. So Canelo, he can't get tired. But I do think Canelo can hurt Golovkin with the right succession of shots, because I think he hurt Golovkin in the first fight. In one of the later rounds, maybe the second half of the fight, he hurt Golovkin to the body. But Golovkin's tough and he's resilient. He's been, I'm sure, buzzed before and stuff like that. Despite him, they say he's never been knocked out or knocked down in 400 amateur fights and all his pro fights. That sounds good, but again, that's not a good thing to me, because what do you do if you finally do get buzzed, like to the point where you are really hurt? Are you going to know how to act if this is completely foreign to you? So that doesn't, I don't know. I don't prefer that, because I want to know he knows what to do if for some weird reason this shot just hit him in a weird. Because I remember Maidana, when he fought Josecito Lopez, definitely not the biggest puncher Maidana's ever faced, and definitely not the best fighter that Maidana has faced, right? But for whatever reason, I think he was on the ropes, and then Josecito like hit him, and he says he got hit in the like hip/thigh area, and it numbed his whole leg, and he thought he was about to get knocked out because he felt paralyzed. You know what I mean? So boxing is weird like that. You don't, again, it's not like Maidana had never dealt with challenges. Amir Khan knocked him down in the first round. You know what I mean? He's fought Broner and the Mayweathers. But for whatever reason, that succession of shots from Josesito Lopez hurt him. You know what I mean? And he had to bite down and weather the storm. And he later went on to stop Josesito. So it's boxing. All the people who act like the outcome that they don't think will happen is improbable or impossible, those are usually the fanboys. You know what I mean? Where they're clearly biased and they don't want something to happen, as opposed to looking at the fight for it itself. I mean, to me, Golovkin can stop Canelo. Canelo's not invincible. You know what I mean? Canelo can stop Golovkin. Or it could be just much of the same from the first fight. Hard to decipher, tough fight that goes 12 rounds. But I don't think it's out of the question. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo said he's going for the knockout. He's kept that true. Oh, and the last thing is, a lot of people say, oh, he said that the first time, which I think he did say he was going to go for the knockout. But so did Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez said they were going to knock out Canelo. So, I mean, it's the art of war. Of course, they're going to say what they think, whether it happens or not. I mean, it is what it is. That Isaac Chamberlain Oakley fight, Lawrence Oakley, that what they were saying before the fight, I'm thinking that's going to be the best fight in the world. And then when the fight actually happened, it was pretty tame, pretty mild. Portions of it were sloppy, you know what I mean? And I think it was underwhelming for what people who were following that fight thought it was going to be. So, you know what I mean? Who cares about everything that's said and if it comes true? I mean, that's what he's saying now. We'll see if he can produce. Let me know your thoughts. Can Canelo KO Mr. Gennady Golovkin? Hell no, God. Yeah, right. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.